Porsche just said no to EVs and announced a revolutionary bio-combustion engine that could destroy all electric cars. Porsche doesn't want gas cars to die, and they finally cracked the formula with their one-of-a-kind engine technology. I'm talking about things like 800 miles of range on a single tank, 99% less emissions than gas cars, and a massive 50% price drop compared to an EV. Porsche is not ready to give up on cars, and their CEO, Oliver Blume, just made history. Could gas cars be making a comeback? Why doesn't Porsche want to make an electric 911? And when is this new engine going to come out? Porsche's big boss, Oliver Blume, the Gandalf of cars, has lifted the cover off something that's got everyone's jaws on the floor. In a world where electric vehicles are being pushed on the common man, Porsche just wants to keep combustion cars alive. Introducing the Porsche bio-combustion engine. And no, it's not another sleek electric hybrid. This baby is a combustion engine. But before you think it's another gas guzzler, let me tell you it's nothing like what you've seen before. This engine is a beast from the future, packed with tech that's almost as close to wizardry as you can get in the automotive world. But before I tell you how Porsche manages to get 800 miles of range on a single tank, let me tell you about the secret project they've been working on for months. Imagine a fuel that's made, not mined. Sounds like something out of a science fiction novel, right? But Porsche has turned this fiction into reality with their brand new plant in Patagonia, Chile. They're not there to make their next iconic sports car. They're cooking up something even more revolutionary: e-fuel. This isn't your run-of-the-mill gasoline. This is a type of fuel that could slash the emissions of internal combustion cars by nearly 99%. Rewind that you heard me right, 99% reduction in emissions. Porsche's CEO, Oliver Blume, is spearheading this audacious project with a vision that's both bold and inclusive. He's adamant that Porsche's future can shine bright with electric vehicles, but not at the expense of leaving their loyal petrol heads in the dust. Porsche is renowned for its high-performance engines, from the Flat 6 of the 911 series to the turbocharged Flat 4 in the Boxster. These engines are more than just machinery, they're masterpieces. Yet, with the world tilting toward electrification, Porsche found itself at a crossroads, pressured to abandon the very engines that defined its legacy. However, Porsche is not one to retreat. Instead, they're championing a double E path, a harmonious blend of electric innovation without sidelining their existing lineup. This is where e-fuels enter the picture. Since the EU has already announced plans to ban gas cars by 2025, Porsche is moving faster than ever and planning full-scale production that same year. Porsche's project, called Haru Oni, was announced in December 2020 with the lofty goal of rolling out the first batch of e-fuel by January 2023. Porsche not only met this target, but surpassed expectations. By December 2022, they were already testing this revolutionary fuel in their iconic 911 seconds, with plans to ramp up production to 35,000 gallons within a year and aiming for an astronomical increase to 14 million gallons in the foreseeable future. The process behind this magic is as genius as it is eco-friendly. Porsche starts by capturing carbon dioxide from the environment, either directly from the atmosphere or through natural sources. Using renewable energy like solar and wind, they split water into hydrogen and oxygen through electrolysis. This green hydrogen is then combined with captured CO2 to create a synthetic fuel. This isn't just any fuel, it's a clean, green powerhouse that can run in any car, truck, or even airplane without a hitch. Porsche's pioneering spirit has rallied other industry giants to its cause, with Ferrari also throwing its hat into the ring. The potential of e-fuels is vast, offering a lifeline not just to Porsche, but to over 1.3 billion vehicles with combustion engines currently on our roads. Now let's talk numbers. This new engine is a high-performance 4-liter Flat 6 that's been re-engineered from the ground up to optimize the combustion of synthetic fuels. Friendliness. Plus, older used EVs don't have the range of newer ones, which can be a bummer. Then there's range anxiety. It's like when your phone's at 1% and you're nowhere near a charger. Stressful, right? Cold weather makes it worse. It drains battery range fast. And when it comes to choice, there still aren't that many EV models compared to gas cars. If you're dreaming of an electric truck or minivan, you might have to wait longer. Finding a mechanic who can actually fix your EV is another hurdle. Sure, they need less maintenance, but when they do, especially for something big like a battery pack, it can cost a fortune. And don't get me started on charging stations. Imagine being on a road trip and not finding a place to charge. Talk about a buzzkill. The government is investing billions into expanding networks, but for now, it's still hit or miss. Even fast chargers can't yet compete with filling up a gas tank. Companies like Porsche and Tesla are working on ultra-speed chargers, but they're not widespread yet. Compatibility is another pain. Not every charger fits every car. It's like trying to plug a USB-C into an iPhone without an adapter. And then there's the electric grid. If everyone switches to EVs overnight, we'll need a massive increase in power supply, and not every place is ready for that. So this new Porsche engine isn't just about keeping the flame alive for car lovers who crave that engine rumble. It's a giant leap toward a world where cars of all kinds, electric, hybrid, or synthetic-fueled monsters drive side by side, saving the planet 1 mile at a time. EVs are not the only future, and all the problems we've seen lately only point to one thing: people should have the freedom to choose. And Porsche is one of the few brands still listening to their buyers, not politicians. Would you ever buy an electric 911?
Electric internal combustion engine, e-ICE, which is driven by synthetic e-fuels, presents a potential bridge by enabling combustion engines to operate on cleaner, renewable fuels while preserving their known performance and infrastructure. It is important to note that this invention is representative of a broader industry trend in which automobile manufacturers are not just concentrating on electric power, but are also investigating alternative routes such as hybrid technologies, hydrogen, and e-fuels in order to accomplish their sustainability objectives. Challenges. The internal combustion engine ICE confronts considerable hurdles, the most significant of which is the ability to scale up the production of e-fuels in order to make them cost-effective and competitive with other energy sources. E-fuels, which are synthetic fuels created using renewable energy and absorbed carbon, require production procedures that are both sophisticated and expensive. As a result, their affordability and general availability are currently restricted. In order for electric fuels to become commercially viable on a wide scale, significant investments in infrastructure, technological advancements, and efficiency enhancements are required. Additionally, the implementation of hybrid technologies such as the e-ICE is completely dependent on the cooperation of regulatory authorities. Due to the fact that electric cars, EVs, produce no emissions, governments and regulatory organizations have placed a significant amount of emphasis on them. This has resulted in the creation of a policy environment that strongly favors EVs through the provision of incentives and investments in infrastructure. It is imperative that rules adapt to acknowledge the potential for carbon neutrality that e-fuels and hybrid solutions possess, and to provide the necessary support for their commercialization.